Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss about this question on lead code cyclically rotating a grid. So let's go to the question once. So here you are given an m cross m matrix where m and n both are even integers, and you are also given an integer k. So what it is saying is a matrix is composed of several layers where which is shown in the below image, where each color is its own layer. So if you can see, this particular color is its own layer, that is, this is the one layer and this is second layer. So what it is saying is a cyclic rotation of the matrix is done by cyclically rotating each layer of the matrix. So if it is saying to rotate a particular layer of the matrix, so if you see, if you are rotating this blue layer, okay, so if you are rotating this, it will rotate in counterclockwise direction. Here it is given, rotating counterclockwise, and and if the value of k, if you see here, value of k is 1, we rotate it by ones. So rotating it by ones means that this 2 will come to this position of a, 3 will come to this position, 4 will come to this 3 position, 5 will come to 4, and similarly this will go on. Similarly 1 will move to this position, 16 will move to this position, and so on. So this is what the question says is we are given a grid. Let me clear the screen. We are given a grid and we have to return a final grid which is the rotation by k units in the counterclockwise direction. So let's see how we can approach this question. See, suppose this is our matrix. I have taken the example from there itself. This is our matrix, and after two rotation, k value is 2, that is after two counterclockwise rotation, we get this final matrix. So how we get it? Two counterclockwise means this one will move to this 1 and 2, this position. So one has moved to this position, 2 will move to this here, and then again from here to here. So here it will be 2, 1 will come here, 3 will move to position to the counterclockwise direction, so 3 will move here. Similarly, we can see 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 5, 9, 13, 14, and this thing is rotated by k equals to 2. So basically, how we can approach this solution is, you can think of this particular layer as an array. Okay, so if I write this thing as an array, so you can see this here, I started from this one and then continued here in this direction and written all of these numbers in an array. Here you can see 1, 5, 9, 13, 14, and all of them, 1, 5, 9, 13, 14, and all of this. Okay, so I have converted this particular layer in an array. So now if you are given an array and if you are asked to rotate it by some k units, you can easily do that. So that is what I am going to do here is, I have picked up this particular layer, converted into an array, and then I am going to rotate it in the counterclockwise direction by k is equals to 2. So if I rotate it in counterclockwise direction, so you can easily notice that this one will move to this 5, 5 will move here, and similarly this will be our next array that will be returned when we rotate this particular array by k is equals to 2 in counterclockwise direction. Okay. So if you see this is the final result, and if you see this here, if we also convert this particular layer in an array, we will get this second array, and we have written these numbers as it is here, 3, 2, 1, 5, 9. So you can see here, after rotation of k is equals to 2, this is our final array, which is formed by just shifting this array by 2 units in the right direction. So that is our basic concept. So once we have created this particular array, we will put it back inside this grid. So let's see how we do that. So this rotation is easy. So ultimately what we have done is we have divided our problem into three sub problems. One sub problem is creating the array. Okay, creating this array. Second sub problem is rotating the array, and third problem is putting this array back, into this particular grid, so that our results, we get this. So third is put it back. Now let's see the code of each of these three, and let's see how it works. So suppose this is our create array. So what I have done is here, if you can see the first line, I am calculating here the length of the array that will be created. So how I have done is, if you can see this, the length here is, number of rows is m and number of columns is n. So total number of values is m plus m. So m plus m plus, here two columns are removed, so it will be n minus 2, and here it will be n minus 2. So n minus 2 plus n minus 2, hence 2 into m plus n minus 2. That is the length that we have got here. We have created an array here, empty array with this particular length, and now we have started. If you see x and y initially is 0 comma 0. We have started from this position, and we are going in this direction and putting each value that we get inside this array. So we have put 1 here, here 1, then 5, then 5, and similarly we move up. So how we do that is, we have our x. So what we are doing is we are incrementing x, and each time we are taking the value from the grid and putting it inside the array and doing count plus plus. So here our x is 0, then x is equals to 1, then x is equals to 2, then x is equals to 3. When x is equals to 4, it will come out of this particular loop. So we have covered this uh, numbers. So up till 13 we have covered. Now we want 14. That is why I have done x minus minus, so that x goes back to this particular thing, and y plus plus, since y we were here, it will move to this particular column, and x is this, so we move here. So now we start from here, go back to here. Similarly, we will trace this thing 4 times. One here, second for this action, third for this, and fourth for this. So similarly, we have created this particular array. Now we have our array. We just need to rotate it by k is equals to whatever value that that is given here. For here, it is 2. Now how will rotate it? So this is pretty simple. So if rotation is given as k, so what we'll do here is, see, if rotation is given as k is equals to 2, that means whatever value that is there at the end, that meaning value, that is k values, will be removed from here and will be moved to this here in the front. So what I am going to do is, I'll pick up all those k elements from here, store it in an array temporarily, like sorry, c comma 2, I have stored it here. Then what I have done is, I have pasted this thing, everything here, 8 to here, after k units. That is, this I position will be shifted to I plus k position. Okay, so this is I plus k, this is I plus k, this is I plus k. So this way I have moved all the elements here. See, 1 2 and this a 4, everything is shifted to the right. And then what I have done is, I have taken all the k elements and pasted it here. Okay, so this is our final rotated array. we have get we have got our final rotated array. Now we have, what we just have to do is, we have to just take this thing and just paste it back into the grid. So let's see how we'll do that. So just like we have seen in this creating the array, we are going through each of these elements and picking up the value. The same thing we will do, just in case that here we were doing assigning the grid value to the array. In this part, what we'll do is, we will assign the array value to the grid. This is just the chain, everything else will remain as it is. So you can see everything else, it is same. We have just assigned this array value to this grid, and that's it. So similarly, we'll put 3 at this place, which was initially 1. So we have put 3 in that place, 2 here, then 1 here, 5, and similarly we have go on and put all the values here. So this thing, this outer layer, we can see, is now rotated by k is equals to 2. Similarly, we can do that for this particular layer. So this is the main concept. If we have to rotate this particular grid and each layer by some k units, just pick up that layer, convert it into a single array, and rotating a single array is easy. So we rotate that particular array and then put it back inside the grid. So let's see this code and submit it here. So if you can see here, I have started with x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0. First, I have got the rows and the number of columns that are there. Then I have taken the initial values or initial position, that is 0 comma 0. And inside this while loop, what I'm doing is, I'm checking whether m is greater than 0 and while n is greater than 0. Up till that point, we will continue our loop. So in the first loop, what we have done is I have created the array with this initial position, this starting one 0, comma 0, and moved to this outer layer, picked up that array, created that array. Then what this temp is doing is, suppose if you have, let me show you in the example. Suppose you have an array. Let me clear the screen first. If you have array of length, suppose 3, 1, 2, 3, and you want to rotate it by k is equals to 4. So if you so you can see that the value of k is greater than the value of this array. So what will happen is, since the value of this array is 3, if you rotate this particular array by 3 units, it will again come back to this value again, 3. Suppose you want to rotate it by 1, so it will become 2, 3, 1. Rotate it again, it will become 3, 1, 2. Rotate it again, so it will again become 1, 2, 3. So if it is k, if the array length is suppose n, and we are rotating it by n itself, so there will be no effect on the array. That is why what I have done is, here, if you can see, I have taken the value, that is the length of the array. This is the length of the array twice of m plus n minus 2, and I have done this modulo operation on this case so that we don't again repeat and repeat the same thing. Okay, because that is of no use. If the value of k is greater than the length of the array, so we do this modulo operation so that we don't have to repeat it again. So we get our temporary k, that is the amount by which we want to rotate. We rotated the array, and we then have put it into the grid. That's it. Then we have reduced the value of m by 2, because now if we move to this second layer, then the value of m will be reduced, one from the top and one from the bottom. That is why m minus 2. Similarly, columns will be reduced by 2, one from the left, one from the right, and the value of x and y will be one more than what it was previously. So it was 0, 0 previously. We will now move to 1, 1. So this way we'll move until the value of m or n both are greater than 0. Okay, so this way we have rotated rotated each layer by using 3 basic functionalities, or you can say basic methods: create array, rotate, and put together, and then we return it the grid. So let's submit the code here. You can see the runtime I have created is 2 millisecond. I have previously submitted. You can see the runtime is 2 millisecond, and the 100% faster than the every other submissions in Java. It is taking memory because we are using multiple arrays to store this, and then again returning that. So that is why it is taking that much of memory. So that's it. This cyclically rotating a grid. I hope you have understood this problem. Thank you.